Bam! What's up, everybody? Back with more deliciousness for you guys. I'm gonna get in depth and personal with the man, the myth, the legend, Super Baby 2. Big shout out to Bandai Namco Entertainment for allowing me to get early access to both Baby and Kefla when I was at their studio yesterday. Thanks for all that goodness. But now I'm gonna share the power, the things that I've learned about Baby with you guys before we jump into that. By the way, the reason why I'm not doing Kefla right away is there's some weird embargo thing about that, but I don't really feel like going into details. Can't do that for a couple of days, but I believe I'll be able to post that relatively soon, next couple of days, so stick around for that. But before we jump into Super Baby, I want you guys to look off to the side. If you notice, all of your CACs are now available on one character select screen. I do believe, not to toot my own caboose, I might have been the first one to have broken that news, but I don't know. But regardless, it's there. They're still based on their level, so you'll still have to level up all of your characters. It's not like you get 1 to 99 and then they're all reflective of that. No, you still have to take your time and really grind for each of your characters. So I guess in a sense, you'll still have to sign into your other characters, you know, to level them up. But it's really cool because if you do have them all leveled up already, then you can, you know, just jump into one CAC and you'll have them all available on one screen. That's really awesome. Anyways, enough banter about that. Let's jump right into Super Baby 2. Make sure to headbutt that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for infinite power. Let's go. All right. Oh, wrong character. All right, let's jump right into Super Baby. We're going to start kind of basic. I'm going to show you guys what I can, some stamina breaks, you know, some deliciousness. You might have seen some of it on the stream already, but if you didn't watch the stream, well, I will take care of you here. And plus, we're going to get way more in depth here because, you know, I could take my time a little more. So we're going to turn on guard from start naturally because that's how you test a stamina break. If you didn't know that, what guard from start is, if you're a pleb, you see how he put his guard up? He'll put his guard up at the nearest available moment. So a quick, easy stamina break. It's very simple. It's going to probably be the one people go to the most. I kind of hesitated there, but that's because I want to get the timing right or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty simple. A lot of characters have a 5 square stamina break or 5. What button is that for Xbox plebs? 5X, is that where the X? Yeah, because B is where circle is. All right, anyways, then I got a universal stamina break, which anybody can do on any character pretty much, 99% of the characters, I would say. While there are other stamina breaks which I displayed on stream, I will show those in a moment, but right now I'm just going to show you guys some basic squares just so you know what his entire square string looks like. This is going to be the you know, bread and butter for people who don't know how to do anything but press square. I know you guys are out there, it's okay, you know, I ain't hating, you know, do your thing. Now I'm going to show all triangles for the people who, I guess, just press triangle. It just creates that knockback, which is actually great for setting up most of his super attacks. I don't know if I display that at all, but you just knock him back, and yeah, there it is. Revenge Final Flash. All of his attacks work after knockback, at least offline. Obviously, we weren't able to test this online, but, you know, I would hope with the netcode fixes, this would be consistent no matter where you're playing, but we'll see how those netcode fixes actually work. So just to display all of these moves being hit after a knockback, we're just going to do the triangle combo. Obviously, there's other ways to set up a knockback naturally. There's variant drive. I do know there's another variation to it, but I didn't really figure out how to do it myself. I think I'm just going to use reverse shot here. Yep. But variant drive itself, it does have another way of maybe breaking guard or something like that. I didn't quite figure out in the short time that I had to record, but it's probably out there. I've seen it done on other videos, but I'm not quite sure how to do it myself. And by breaking guard, I don't mean breaking stamina. I mean literally it looked like it just broke their guard, but like they still had stamina. But anyways, I think we're just gonna go for a triangle, square, triangle, blah, blah, blah. Repeat that until the combo ends type of thing. I think I kind of failed there because I threw 2 squares and then 2 triangles, but let's try it again. Triangle, square, triangle, bam. And that's where you'll likely throw your super attack because they all work after a knockback. I wish I would have tested whether you can pursue that. So after that combo, if you could fly up and catch them and continue a combo, not quite sure myself, but I'm sure everybody will figure that out once they're able to lab themselves. I didn't have as much time as you guys probably do. And now on the screen, you'll see a 5 square, 3 triangle combo. It does throw him down. It's a knockdown, but it doesn't look like it's a heavy knockdown, but it is something I believe you could pursue maybe with the Ki Blast or obviously any of your super attacks right after that knockdown. But I'm not, again, 100% sure. But you guys will have this in your hands before you know it. All right, up next, I'm going to show you what I do kind of worry people will do after they get a stamina break right here. It's just square, triangle, Ki Blast. Square, triangle, that's kind of the mixture. It's very repetitive. It's a loop of sorts. Obviously, I dropped him there because if you're too close to the ground or if he bounces too high, I don't know. You can drop him, but as you can see, this can be very repetitive. And the damage stacks up relatively quick, but it's I don't know. I can see that being used a lot. I'm not recommending everybody use it, but you know, it's something, and it is some sort of a bread and butter if you really need to pressure your opponent at any given time. All right, in the moment you've all been waiting for, or at least some of you guys have been waiting for, a lot of you guys are dreading this moment. I can kind of, but I don't really know how to take it. Revenge Death Ball. There's a few variations to this move. I'm going to start out fully charged. Bam! And this is fully charged without a limit burst. That is a 19,000. We're rounding up here, kids. 19,000 damage, damn near 20,000, which is, if you don't know the maths, the quick maths in Xenoverse, a bar of health is about 10,000 damage. So it's about 2 bars of damage off of that one fully charged ultimate, which is going to one-shot most characters. Cell has a lot of health, though. Here's it with limit burst. It's a one-shot. No matter who your opponent is, you're almost guaranteed to be getting a one-shot if you have that limit burst on. So I do think some baby players might actually use their limit burst in this fashion, whereas most people, they just use their limit burst as a defense mechanic when they, you know, get their stamina broken. Whereas with Super Baby, what you might want to do if you have a lot of ki and you want to get rid of your opponent, you get that heavy stamina break, slap on that limit burst, bower, and then fire Revenge Death Ball fully charged. You're gonna win right there. It's guaranteed almost over, because by the time you get a heavy stamina break, you don't even need a fully charged Revenge Death Ball. So I'm burning ki here just to show you guys another variation of Revenge Death Ball. Again, some of you guys might have seen it already, but the amount of ki you need is slightly over 3 in order to charge it up. I didn't do it there, but that's just to show you how quick the move is when you fire it without charging at all. So it's a relatively quick move, but otherwise, when you do charge it, it's pretty slow. And it's worth noting, I think, after you throw it, Baby is stuck in like that kind of downward throw animation, that animation right there. You see how he was in it for a while? So if the opponent can react fast enough, if they're just firing off Revenge Death Balls, hoping one of them hits without breaking your stamina, you do have a chance to counter it. So it does have a weakness in that sense because it can be countered, but in the hands of a skilled player who knows how to break your stamina, I don't think that's going to be something you can look forward to. They're just going to fire it when it's time, and when you see it, it's pretty much game over. So there's a kind of basic setup because that's a universal stamina break. Here's about a little less than half charged. It's still a 11,000 damage ultimate. This might be the best ultimate in the game, honestly, because even with Power Rush, it requires meditation. Like, you literally, I believe, have to have meditation to use Power Rush. But this move, you don't. And there's different variations. Like Power Rush, it's like you're all in or you're all out. Like, you got to have all that ki and you'll burn it and you get a high risk, high reward sort of thing. But this, you have variations. It has much more versatility. Up next is Baby's back hit. It's kind of interesting, but in an offline setting, this thing was actually very lethal against me. I'm not quite sure how to work online. Hopefully good, because hopefully netcode is good, right, guys? Anyways, I guess we'll find out. But that back hit is actually lethal because a lot of people's habits, myself included, after I do a snap vanish in a combo, I will move backwards and then forwards instead of left or right. But when you fight Baby Vegeta, that is a no-no, because when you go backwards, that Ki Blast will catch you and pursue their combo and continue to have their way with you, so to speak. I wasn't even able to perfect block this move, so my best advice if you're fighting against a Baby player is when they're about to do a back hit, you're going to want to go left or right when you have a choice to make. Or just hold your guard up and don't try to perfect block it, because what happened with me is I would try to perfect block it and then it'll put me in like that reflecting Ki Blast animate. I don't know. It was pretty nightmarish, but I don't know how to work online yet. It might be nothing online, but I guess we'll see. Alright, and I promised to show you guys some more stamina breaks, so here is just that. We have guard from start on. It's just a square combo pretty much, and after the first vanish in this combo, you triangle, bam, that hits the elbow, and then you can stamina break immediately after it catches with the elbow. And I was actually very surprised and very happy to see this, and I discovered this online. I was like, let's try that with a heavy. I wasn't able to get it up to this point, but as you can see, that is a heavy stamina break, so foresee that right before you get hit by a Revenge Death Ball. A lot of people, that might be the last thing they see before they die, you know? And then we have the basic stamina break, just a reiteration right after I botched the first one. Right there, so that's the bread and butter. So he has his tools. He has his tools, and here I'm trying to do a step cancel or a cancel out of a charging of his back hit, and I was kind of able to do that, but it's only in a situation where you're close enough to your opponent, you hit X, and you can cancel out of that right there, but it doesn't have a lot of versatility. So at this distance, I'm completely unable to move. You're stuck in that animation. That's just kind of some technical thing that my boy Saturn wanted me to look into, but there's that, and you're going to be pretty much ready to use Baby. I'm going to show you guys the grab really quick because I don't think I've shown you guys that. It's a relatively simple kind of grab. It might be able to be used right after you get a stamina break, but as you can see, it just tosses them down. Couldn't quite tell if that's a heavy knockdown, like if she's stuck there for a little bit. I tried to follow it up instantly with a super attack, but it does create somewhat of a delay. You can't just instantly super attack after that. And I also just wanted to show off his super soul a little bit. You have to have your health in the danger zone, and then it'll activate your don't think I'm the same as before super soul thing. I don't know the technicalities of what this does yet, like what it says exactly on the super soul, but what I noticed is my revenge final flash, particularly, as you guys know, if I haven't mentioned it yet, once you're firing that, if you're holding it down, I'll show you here, you can continuously fire it and it will pour up to about 3 key bars into it. But when I set myself in the danger, well, right there, when I get my super soul on, it feels like it lasts a bit longer, or at least it does more damage. I mean, yeah, that definitely felt like it lasted longer. But in terms of what else the super soul does, not quite sure, but that's gonna wrap it up for this baby breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, headbutt that like button or whatever keeps you safe. Just hit it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Voila.
And with that, I just have 2 more words to say.